the men's 100-meter final. Ndure got a pretty good start. I was just going to say Sakalauskas was left there. Now that's his problem if he was left, Paul. And I don't... What did he know that we didn't know? Because he didn't even try to start. Did something happen before the gun went off?
Well, was there a recall gun?
I didn't actually... Well, there was a recall gun eventually, but at the beginning it looked like a fairly clean start to me.
Aside Ndure...
I really don't understand that.
Absolutely gutted about that, because the Norwegian got a cracking start. So Sakalauskas there, well, he seems to be good-natured, but why on earth did he just sit in the blocks? He's going to get a warning, not a red card.
Did he actually? Yes, he was in the set position. He didn't even try to start. I think that's rather... Ndure just... There was a little slight movement from him, but nothing registered. His reaction came up as 0.146, which is legal. Certainly the starter didn't recall on that on the basis of a false start. That's given us a faulty start against because Sakalauskas, for whatever reason, didn't come out the blocks. But as far as I'm concerned, that was his problem.
Just to reiterate, he's not disqualified, but that must have unsettled the defending champion, Lemaitre, and everybody else, including Harry Aiken-Zariti, who's two to Lemaitre's outside.
There was definite slightly movement from the tall Norwegian, but it was very slight. You could see it on slow motion. I did notice when he goes down into the blocks, he just was moving his left foot side Ndure when the others were already settled.
And when he goes into the set position, he does tend to just lean a little bit further forward on his arms. That may have unsettled Sakalauskas, but no reason for there to have been a recall. However, here we go.
Second time of asking then. Collio of Italy on the far side, Arise of Latvia, Saidi Ndure of Norway, Sakalauskas of Lithuania, Lemaitre and Vico of France, Aiken-Zariti, Great Britain, and Smelik of Ukraine. The defending champion in lane 6. Saidi Ndure is still moving.
Set.
Right, well, he's now saying there was something wrong. Saidi Ndure just does not settle properly. Collio, now they're saying that it was him this time. We'll wait for the reactions to come up. It could well be him. Yeah, I think it could well be. Just watch over the far side. Yeah, definitely. That was, I must admit, he wasn't quite within my eye line. I was watching for the action in the middle there, but Collio, that was an obvious false start. And by the way, the big Lithuanian still took forever to get out of the blocks. So, I'm not too much in terms of this in recent times, have we? The discipline around starting has been getting obviously a lot better. This rule has meant that we don't see too many false starts, but Simone Collio of Italy disqualified. So now just 7 athletes. The third time they're asked to come to their marks. How's your nerves, Mr. Lemaitre? Christophe Lemaitre hoping they get away this time, the defending champion.
Set.
They get away cleanly. Sakalauskas got left again, and Lemaitre's got a metre or so to make up on Jimmy Vico and Saidi Ndure coming. It's going to be close here. Vico still has it, but Lemaitre might just nick it. He does! Lemaitre takes the title again. in the final 2-3 strikes from his teammate. 10.09 into a slight headwind, and goodness me, it wasn't the best out of the blocks from Lemaitre. And our eyes pulled as well. It was a messy final in the end. Sakalauskas looked like he was never interested in taking part right from the start. But Christophe Lemaitre joins the list of men who've defended this title. Valery Borshoff, Linford Christie, Francis Obikwelu. Great names, and Lemaitre joins them as a two-time European champion.
If Ndure had got the start that he got in that first false start situation, he feels as though he could have won it. He was just frustrated that things went on for so long. And I don't think Christophe Lemaitre realised he'd won. It'd just been confirmed on the public address system and on the main scoreboard. And Christophe Lemaitre did not realise, but he does now.
I thought there was this pregnant pause there that everybody was kind of hanging. Surely he knew. I mean, it was maybe he was focused so much and thinking, I've got to get there, I've got to get there. Maybe just wasn't sure in the end, Paul. It was close, but it looked clear, didn't it, to us? I just don't understand. Most sprinters know when they've won, don't they?
A confirmation as well that Harry Akins-Aridi, 10.31, not as fast as he would have liked. But Lemaitre, just as he did in the semi-final, did not get away to a good start at all. Ndure and Jimmy Vico were ahead of him, but then Lemaitre started eating up the ground. While all those around him began to slow down, he kept the pace going and he came through strongly in the end. Jimmy Vico, or even Ndure, as Arise goes crashing to the ground, must have thought they'd got this, but they didn't realise that this guy was hungry to retain his European title. Well, what, half a metre or thereabouts, but it's hard enough to win a national title in France these days, and you can see why. France 1 and 2.
Confirmation of the result, 10.09 into that minus 0.7 win. Jimmy Vico with a new season's best, taking 300th off his previous best this year. And the bronze medal, Ndure of Norway, Harry Akins-Aridi in 4th place. Only 5 men finished.